Well, today's message is called, Are You Sure It's You? So here's the story. Two friends survived a shipwreck and crawled gratefully onto a desert island. Now, assessing their situation, one friend said, "We must pray, Brother Daniel. God loves us and he will give us whatever we ask." "Yes, but who does he love more, Brother John? You or I?" retorted Daniel. "Well, why don't you go and live on the other half of the island while I stay here? Every day we will pray and see whose prayers God answers." Now, John agreed and moved over to the other equally barren side of the island, while Daniel, confident that he would win the contest, settled down on his side of the island. Now, on the first day, Daniel prayed for food and water. Like magic, his half of the island was suddenly covered with fruit-bearing trees, edible vegetables, fat chickens, and meaty goats. John's half of the island remained barren. The next day, Daniel prayed for water. A waterfall appeared out of nowhere with fresh, clean water flowing through it. John's half remained dry. After a week, Daniel was bored, so he prayed for a wife. That same morning, another ship was wrecked, and the only survivor, a female, swam to Daniel's side of the island. John continued to gnash. Daniel prayed for a house, clothes, shoes, a six-pack, more food, and like magic, all the things he prayed for appeared before him. John, however, continued to drink seawater just to stay alive. Finally, Daniel prayed for a ship to come and take him and his wife back home to civilization. Like clockwork, a ship appeared on the horizon and sailed straight to his side of the island. At this point, Daniel decided to leave his less fortunate friend John on the island. So he and his new wife hopped on board and got ready to set off. Just at that very moment, a voice boomed from heaven. "Daniel, my son, what are you doing? Why are you leaving without your brother John?" Daniel shrugged and said, "Well, God, you have granted me every single thing I prayed for because you know I deserve your blessings. You haven't granted any of John's prayers, which means he doesn't deserve your blessings, so I've left him there to rot." The voice laughed. "Oh, Daniel, since you two arrived on this island, I have answered only one prayer, and it wasn't yours." "Oh, really?" Daniel retorted. "Then I wonder what he prayed for, because the guy has nothing." "Well, Daniel," God said kindly, "John prayed that all of your prayers be answered." So, my friends, what am I trying to tell you? Have you ever wondered why good things happen to bad people sometimes? Have you ever wondered why you seem to be doing well even though you are not doing good? Are you sure you are the one God is dishing out these blessings for? Are you sure it's you? The truth, which we often don't realize, is that God sometimes blesses us not because we deserve it, but because someone more deserving has requested it for you. Religion and faith can sometimes make us selfish. We go to all-night service and spend 8 hours praying for blessings, riches, healing, wisdom, binding our enemies, basically bringing our shopping list to God and asking him to pay the bill. How often do we spend time praying on behalf of others? As God blesses you, how do you bless others? Today, the one thing I wish you would take away from this message is the fact that the blessing you enjoy doesn't necessarily have anything to do with your righteousness. There are successful pastors, priests, and bishops who have never had a single prayer answered in their entire lives, but they enjoy success because God listens to those who pray for them. That could be the case in your life too. What God is looking out for is how many people you bless with the blessings he gives you. My name is Kojo Yankson, and I thank all of you who pray for me. As long as I live, I promise to pass on the blessing to many others. Good morning, Ghana folk.
And relatedly, we're also passing on the blessing of giving you the best of information this morning. Well, so we're starting with the latest news headlines. We're happy you're joining us. We're going to bless you with the news.